you guys about my makeup look for today. I just got home from work. I'm tired, very tired. Cannot wait to take my makeup off and chill out tonight because it's like 6:50 and I'm so happy to be home right now. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Kajal lip oil, and then I set my eyes with the Urban Decay pressed powder. I just wore like this tan sweater that I got like I think like 2 years ago from Lucky. I still love this sweater. It's like super warm, and it was like really cold today, so I didn't really feel like wearing anything too dramatic. And then for my eyeshadow today, I decided to go into the Or Kid You Not palette, because remember how I said I really wanted to do like some kind of purple look at some point. I mean, even though this is actually a new lookbook, so welcome to another lookbook, by the way. I just wanted to use this palette because it's such a beautiful palette, and I've been wanting to get more use out of more of my ColourPop palettes. So I've used ColourPop palettes 3 times so far in the first week of January. So maybe I'll use some other brands after this. So I went in with Rebloom in the crease. Then I darkened out the crease more with Ada. And then I used Nuh-Uh on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I went in with Pretty One, which I usually use on the inner corners, but it's such a beautiful lid shade, so I just wanted to use that today. And then I went in with Of All Purple on the inner corners. So I kind of wanted something that like emulated my nails, so it's not exactly, it's kind of more pinkish purple, but it's still beautiful, and I absolutely love this palette still, so I try to use it when I can because it's such a great palette. And then I just, of course, used Brighter Days from Blend Bunny on the brow bone. Do I even have to say that anymore at this point? Like, do I really? It's like the one I use every day. Unless there's a brow bone highlight in the palette. Okay, I need to redo my liner a little bit. I didn't do it before because I just could not be bothered. But it's not looking too hot. Okay, and then for my liner, I used the ColourPop gel liner in the shade Charmer. I just used the same one that I did yesterday because literally that's the one I would use anyway with this look. And then I went in with my Essence Lash Primer. And then for my mascara, I went into the Lancome Idol Mascara. And then I used the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes because that's always the same too. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And then for my foundation, I went into the Tom Ford Foundation Stick again in the shade 0.0 Pearl because I love this and I wanted to use it today. And then for my concealer, I went into an older one. I was like, you know what? I really want to use this today. So I went in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 02. And as I was applying it, the doe foot literally just came off. And this is kind of old anyway, so I might just declutter this and order a new one at some point when I decide to replace it. But honestly, like, I have so many concealers that I can go through that I don't really feel bad decluttering this. I really don't use this as much as I used to. I think I've went through 2 full ones of these before, like, I discovered other concealers that I'll use up faster, like the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind or the Milani one. So I just wanted to use it today. It still looked good and it held up pretty well. And then I set my under eyes with the Pat McGrath Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Urban Decay powder. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Pat McGrath Labs powder bronzer in the shade Naked Desire because I actually hadn't used it this year yet, so wanted to use that today. And then for my blush and highlight, I just went into the coinciding products in the Or Kid You Not collection. So I just used the blush that I love, which is the shade Just My Pluck, and it's just such a pretty like mauve-y pink, so I just used that mauve-y like purpley pink. And then for my highlight, I went into the Or Kid You Not one as well, and this one is the shade, I don't think they have any of these available anymore though. This one's called Wild Orchid. I love it. I don't know if they still have the palette available anymore, but the other 2 products, I don't think they have either one of these available, but it still looks really pretty. It might look a little bit lighter now because it's like the end of the day, but it did look really pretty when I put it on. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup Spray, and then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I went in with the ColourPop lip liner in the shade Oh Snap. And then for my lipstick, I went into the Luxe lipstick in the shade Scorpio Moon. This is one of the older ones from Kathleen Lights, and it's still one of my favorite, like, purple pinky nudes. And then as far as reading goes today, I've only gotten like 13 pages read today because I only got to read at work. And I only got to read for like a little bit on my break and then like a little bit right before we closed the store. But I didn't really have a chance to read this morning because I had to be at work at 11. So I would have had to get up at like 9 to have like an hour to read, and that just was not happening. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys, so I wanted to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I actually really like how my makeup turned out today. I think it turned out really nice. I think it looks really pretty. I'm obsessed with the complexion right now, and I used a tinted moisturizer that I am so happy I decided to use today, because every time I actually do go back and use it, I'm like, it's like the best tinted moisturizer that I have. It's just beautiful on the skin. So I primed my eyes with the ColourPop Party Proof Primer, and then I used the Kajal Lip Oil, and then I set my eyes with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Powder. I'm just going to see my boyfriend today, and then I'm also seeing him tomorrow too, and then I work on Wednesday. So January, like I said, slows down a lot for me, and I just end up spending more time with him, which honestly is kind of nice because I really didn't get to spend as much time with him in November and December. So it's like to see him a little bit more. So I went in with my Glaminatrix Nearly Natural palette today because I kind of just wanted to use this palette and then the Rich Romantic palette tomorrow, because I kind of want to just get a little bit more use out of my Glaminatrix palettes. So I went into Nothing to See in the crease. Then I darkened up the crease more with Disrobe, and then I used Naturally on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I wanted to use Stripped Back. And I think I've only used this one possibly once. I don't know if I've ever went back into this shade. So I was like, I kind of want to use it again. I might have used all of these twice. I mean, I've definitely used most of them twice at least. But I can't remember if I went into this one again. So it's just such a beautiful silvery shade. It's just one of the best silvers that I own, to be honest. Like, their shimmers are just beautiful. And then for the inner corners, I went into my favorite shade, which is Naked Eye. And it just sparkles so beautifully on the inner corners. And that's everything that I used from the palette today. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of wanted to do a bit of a cool tone look today because I actually haven't done a cool tone look in a while. Well, not since like last year. And then I went in with Brighter Days from Blend Bunny on the brow bone, of course. And then I went in with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Brown. I just don't really care what I put on my waterline sometimes, and I just grab the one that's in front of me because it's just an eyeliner. Like, eyeliner doesn't really matter much to me. And then I went in with the Essence Lash Primer on the top lashes, and then for my mascara, I just went into my ColourPop Level Up Mascara, again on the top and bottom lashes. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the Say Star Glow Super Gel Primer. And then for my tinted moisturizer, I went into the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I usually use this in the summertime because it's just one of the best products that I have for my face in general to hold up against sweat and when it gets really, really hot out. But putting it on today, it looks gorgeous. So I absolutely love this product in the shade 10 Ultra Fair. Urban Decay has some kick-ass products. If only they concentrated more so on complexion and expanding like their face products and stuff like that, like new concealer. Even though they just came out with the Quickie Concealer last year, but I think they're in need of a new foundation at some point, so hopefully they'll come out with a foundation this year. But I'm really, really hoping that this is the year that they finally relaunch blushes, because I can't believe they haven't had blushes in so long. So anyway, rant over. And then for my concealer, I went in, sorry, my boyfriend texted me. I went into the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer in the shade 110 Nude Ivory. This is just such a good concealer to go with this tinted moisturizer, and I also haven't used that in a little bit, so I wanted to use it today. And then I set my under eyes with the Becca powder. Almost done. I have like a speckle left. I swear it takes me so long to go through powders. Even powders that I use every single day. It's like then I can finish another powder. Like, I think I'm going to work on the Rare Beauty one after I finish that one. But it's just almost done. I'll probably be done with this at the end of the week. And then I set my face with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder again. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Makeup by Mario bronzer in the shade Light. This is the Soft Sculpt bronzer in the shade Light. This is always sold out on Sephora, and it is a really pretty, light, natural bronzer. And I think that this is a great bronzer for, like, younger girls because it is such a light, natural bronze to your skin that it's like perfect for somebody that's like beginning or starting with bronzer. I think this is a great one. It's even less pigmented than the ColourPop one, and the ColourPop one is great because it's less expensive and it's more affordable, but that one I just feel like is such a good one for like younger girls. And then for my blush, I went into the Wet n Wild blush, Color Icon blush. I hate the name of this one. I hate the name, but it's called Nudist Society. So I really, really like this blush, but I just hate the name. And then for my highlight, I went into the NARS highlighter in the shade Albatross. Who remembers this highlight? This has been back in my collection for a long time. Like, I actually debated for the longest time whether or not I was going to list this on Poshmark, which, by the way, I really do need to update my Poshmark. I'm so behind on listing new things. It's so bad. But do you remember the craze that this created when it came out and, like, when people went absolutely nuts over this highlighter? Like, but it's a really pretty highlight still. It's kind of, like, teetering between, like, almost yellowish green, but it has like that white, pigment to it. So it is pretty, but I thought it was going to be a little bit more silvery than this, but I still really like it. So whatever, it's already on. And then I set my face with the Do It spray, and then I set my brows with the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. And then for my lips, I went into the Too Faced lipstick in the shade Sunday Funday. I haven't used this lipstick in a while either, and I love it. And it's just such a pretty, like, cooler tone, like pinky nude almost. But this is, like, the least pinky nude that I like for, like, more cool tone looks. And it's so pretty. And then, quick reading update. I got to page 353 in Air of Fire. So I'm hoping to be... I got up to that page today. Like, I just read, like, 45 pages or something today, but I'm hoping to be done with it by tomorrow night. I should get past page 400 tonight, and then I'm hoping just to finish it tomorrow, because then I would only have like 130 pages left or something like that. But I really need to read like probably another 100 pages tonight, so we'll see. If not, I will probably be done with it by Wednesday night. Is probably when I'm going to be finishing that book. It's just a little bit longer, so it's taking me a bit longer. And then I will probably be on Queen of Shadows by Thursday. That is the goal, but I'm hoping to be on Queen of Shadows by like Wednesday night, or possibly even Wednesday, depending how much I get rid of Air of Fire today and tomorrow. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, so hey there, guys. I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I actually just got home from work. Yesterday was pretty much a wash on what my eye makeup was and everything and what my look was, because I ended up crying it all off. So yesterday was just a wash, so we're just going to ignore that. There might be 7 looks in this video. There might be only 6, but usually I do weekly lookbooks, so I don't know when that one's going to end, this one that we're in, obviously. But I might just make it, like, Saturday to Sunday now. No. It would be... I usually start them on Saturdays, but maybe I'll start the new ones on a Sunday, and then it'll be Sunday through Saturday, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I just got home from work. I actually didn't go anywhere yesterday because it was a pretty bad, like bad windy rainstorm yesterday, and they said it was gonna flood possibly. So I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I was supposed to see my boyfriend, but then I was like, I don't think it's a really good idea for me to be driving out in this. He even went out at one point, but I didn't. I was like, I'm staying home. I'm even surprised that he even did go out at some point, but he needed to get food. So, yeah. So, I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Kajal lip oil, and then I set my eyes with the Urban Decay pressed powder. And then for my eyeshadow today, I wanted to go back into the Christmas Eve palette by Odin's Eye, because I really wanted to use some of these blues again, and honestly, I really love how this look turned out. I thought it was so pretty. So I went in, because I haven't really used the blues too much in this palette, so I wanted to use them today. So I went in with Nightfall in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with Night Sky, and then I used Christmas Eve on the outer corners, and then I was going to use Blue Ice all over the lid, but then I decided to go back into the multi-chrome, because when I used this for the first time, I didn't really give it its moment of glory, honestly, because the mattes that I used it with, I wasn't really in love with. So I ended up going in with Gorgeous all over the lid, and it truly is stunning. And I'm so happy I decided to do that, because I actually really love the blues in this palette. They're so good. And then for the inner corners, I just went in with Blue Ice, and then I went in with a little bit of Snowflake on the lower inner part. And that's everything that I used from the palette. But I'm glad that I was able to use this as a standalone palette today, because I want to get more standalone looks out of this. But also, like, I didn't even see myself using this past Christmas, but it's like a really good winter palette as well. So that's why I skipped out on it initially last year, but this Christmas and January, I'm going to use it a lot, so I'm really glad I decided to use it today. And then I went in with the Blend Bunny Brighter Days on the brow bone, as always. And then for my waterline, I just went in with my Makeup Forever black liner. And then I went in with my Essence Lash Primer. And then for the mascara, I just went into the Benefit Fan Fest mascara. And then I went into the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes. And then for my face, I primed with the Do It Spray and the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And then for my foundation and concealer, I wanted to go into something else besides the Tom Ford, because I've been using the Tom Ford an awful lot. The heck? It's from yesterday. Okay. I love when TikTok notifies me that my boyfriend sent me a TikTok like a day later, because sometimes it does not notify me. Does anybody else get that? I mean, I really don't use TikTok too much. The only reason why I got TikTok is so he could send me TikToks. And that's it. I really don't use it for any other reason. And then I went in with the Makeup by Mario foundation in the shade 1C, the Surreal Skin. And then I went in with the coinciding concealer. I still like this concealer. I think it's a nice one. Even when it like wears off and creases, it doesn't really wear too badly. Like, it doesn't really crease all that much. So I don't know. I like it in the shade 120. And then I set my under eyes with the Pomegranate Labs powder. And then I set my face with the Urban Decay powder again. And then for my bronzer, I went into my Gucci bronzer in the shade 01. I still can't believe I haven't hit pan on this. Like, this is worth every single penny, because I've had this, I think, for like 2 years already. And the fact that I'm still nowhere near hitting pan, I mean, I probably use this as often as my ColourPop one. And this one I still haven't hit pan on, so yeah. And then I went in with my Odin's Eye blush. This is the Alva Fruit Blusher. They actually don't have these anymore, but I love these blushes. And I haven't used this one in a hot second, so I wanted to use it today. So this is the shade Apricot Girl, because I actually went in with the coinciding lippy as well. And then I went into the Jaclyn Cosmetics Extra Highlighter. This was before she was like fucking up everything, to be honest. Because these loose highlighters and those highlighting palettes and her blush palette that she came out with are some of my favorite products when it comes to cheek powder blushes and highlighters. They are stunning, and this is no exception. This is actually stunning. Like, look at that. And it has maintained this intensity throughout the entire day. Like, that's really pretty. Still a great highlighter. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I don't support her anymore, but I will still use her products that I have. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup Spray, and then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I went into, and I think she's going out of business anyway, so like everything's 50% off. So I would say snag it now before it's gone forever, but I think everything's going at this point. And then I went in with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. I just really like using this one a lot. It really is a great liner for like any color of lipstick. Like, that's why I like using it so much. And like pretty much Anywhere Caffeine, it's not because you use it anywhere. It pretty much goes with any lipstick. So, and then for my lippy, like I said, I went into the Oden's liquid lipstick in the shade Apricot Girl, because I just wanted to use the two together, and I wanted to use more Oden's. So, because I wore this Betty Boop t-shirt today that I got like a couple of years ago from Lucky, and I love it. And then I just wore my cardigan. And then reading updates. So I didn't get to say this yesterday, but I did finish Heir of Fire midday yesterday. Like, I finished it before like 5:30 because I only had like 100 pages left. So I just finished that. And then I started Queen of Shadows last night. I think I started it around like 8 o'clock. And then I got up to page like 60 by the time I didn't want to read anymore because I was kind of getting a bit tired. So I decided to watch a movie. And then I finished a movie actually that I was watching like last week with my friend. I just finished it. And then I watched YouTube, and then I came back and read more, and I hit 100 pages last night. And then today I got up to page 185. So I'm already almost 200 pages in, and I just started it yesterday. This one is long though. It's 645 pages. And then if I finish this book though in like less than a week, then I will already be on the last 3 books. So if I finish this book, that means I will have read the first 5 books in like, I think maybe 3 weeks, which is crazy to me because that's like 2,500 pages. And then the last 3 books are like 2,000 pages because the last book is like almost 1,000 pages. So yeah, I'm just really proud of myself that I'm on the 5th book already. I don't know if I'm going to read Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn together, because the only thing about that is that if I do decide to do that, I'm going to have to bring both books with me to work. But we'll see. If we do that, well, I'll let you know. But that I'll make the decision once I'm done with Queen of Shadows. And I think I'm going to be done with it possibly by Sunday. At the rate I'm going, if I read 100 pages a day like I usually do, I think I'm going to be done with it by Sunday night. So yeah, that's pretty fast. So yeah, that's it. Bye. Okay, before I go, even though I already said bye, I forgot to tell you what's actually on my face today. Sorry, there's like a bunch of lipstick on my glass. My mom hates when I do that. I really need to use more straws, but I can't be bothered. When it comes to water, I like drinking it that way. Mostly every other liquid, I like using a straw, but water, I like using the glass. But whatever. So like I said, I went into the Rich Romantic palette by Glaminatrix, and I just used one shade from the Nearly Natural palette. So I went in with Admire in the crease along here, and then for the defining shade, I just used like the darker blushy tone in here, which is called Untouched. So I just used that. Like I said, I did use this palette fully a couple of days ago, but I really love using it coincidingly with the Rich Romantic palette. And then for the outer corners, I took this brown, which is Passion. And then for the lid, like I said, I went into Captivating, and I just put that all over the lid, and it's so stunning. And then for the brow bone, I went in with Intoxicating, which is such a good brow bone shade for me. And then for the inner corners, I just went in with Rich, which is such a beautiful, like, super sparkly, icy pink shade. So yeah, that's what I used from both palettes. And then For my waterline, I used Amethyst Hour from ColourPop. I wanted to use something other than brown today, so I wanted to go in with this one. It's like kind of a frosty, pinky, purpley lavender shade. It's so pretty. And then for my mascara, I just went in with the Essence Lash Primer, of course, and then I used the Tower 28 mascara. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath because I've been talking for a while. And then I used the Lash Discovery by Maybelline on the bottom lashes. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the Say Star Glow Super Gel Primer. I'm almost done with this. I have like a tiny bit left, so I'm just trying to use that up. And then I think that I might get rid of this because it's pretty much done. So I'm happy I finally used up a tinted moisturizer. This was like my absolute favorite. I love this one. This is the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen in the shade 05 Fairfax, which is the lightest shade. And then I just used the coinciding concealer. I actually watched Dustin Daly's video yesterday about Michaela kissing Kosas' ass. And basically they were reading like a bunch of reviews on the Kosas concealer, and somebody made a comparison to the Kosas concealer and this one. And they said, if you want a great hydrating everyday concealer, go with the Tower 28. And I would say the same exact thing. Do not waste your money on Kosas. Their products are just, what the hell? Like, I just feel like there's going to be a lawsuit coming for them, like, because their products just don't last. But this concealer is amazing. I recommend Tower 28 over any products from Kosas. I almost pick up every single product that Tower 28 has to offer because 99% of the time I'm going to love them. Their products are fantastic. And then I went in with the Becca powder underneath my eyes, and then I set my face with the ColourPop powder. Of course, the Pretty Fresh one, and like I said, I used the ColourPop matte bronzer, and then like I said, I did use the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Bare Cheeks palette, and I used the pink that was in here. So this is the shade Baby Girl, which is this really beautiful like pinky shade. And then for my highlight, I'm getting hungry though. Like, I don't know what really I should be doing right now because I wanted to order the food and just leave because... And then for my highlight, I went into Butterflies, which is this really frosty pink one from the Forget Me Not palette. And like I said, I pretty much just used the highlighters out of here and the Brighter Days white shade. It's pretty much all I use out of this palette, but the highlighters are stunning in here, so I do use the highlighters quite a lot. And then I set my face with the Do It Spray, and then I set my brows with the ColourPop Brow Blush Gel, and then like I said, for my lips, I went into the MAC Patrick Star Lip Base. So yeah, that's it. Bye! Okay, so hey there guys, I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. Just wanted to see my boyfriend earlier, and I wanted to get out of the house early, so I just filmed a clip, pretty tired. So I primed my eyes with the ColourPop Party Proof Primer, and then I used the Kajal Lip Oil, and then I set my eyes with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Powder. And then for my eyeshadow, I went into the ColourPop Star Wars palette, and let me just take it out. I used, Starfighter in the crease. Then I darkened the crease more with Alliance, and then I used Star Destroyer on the outer corners, and then I went in with Hyperdrive all over the lid. I don't know, I just was really drawn to use this palette this week, or in the last couple of weeks, so I really just wanted to use it today, and the look that I got out of it was just so pretty. And then I just went in with New Hope on the inner corners, and that's it. And I just think it's a really pretty, easy palette, and honestly, I think that this was a better formatted palette than the one from Twilight that they just came out with. Like, this was a no-brainer for me to get. As soon as I got it, I'm like, this palette really is beautiful, and I would like to get more use out of it. So when I do use it, it's just a really pretty look. So, and also I hadn't used ColourPop this week, but this is one of the really good ones. And it's a little disappointing when like their Disney collections aren't really that great because I know they can do this quality because this one's really good, but people complained that they didn't put the green in here for the green lightsaber, but the blue lightsaber was the OG. I just don't understand why they're holding red and he's holding orange. But they're shooting the guns, so. But the packaging is insanely good on this palette. And then I just went in with, I'm still salty that they didn't do a highlighter though with that collection, because honestly the shade Rebel Princess that's in here, can you see this as a Super Shock highlighter? Look at this. This shade right here, Rebel Princess. Can you not tell me that that would be an amazing Super Shock highlight? Because it's a Super Shock shadow in this palette, but it has like a shift of like, oh, I should just use it as a face highlighter, but I'm just salty about it. But it's stunning and would make the perfect highlight for this collection. But what do I know? The ColourPop never listens to their fans anymore. They just make whatever the fuck they want to now. And then for my waterline, I just went in with Makeup Forever's Artist Color Pencil in the shade Brown. And then I just used, where is it? My lengthening mascara on the top and bottom lashes from ColourPop on my lashes. Duh. And then for my face, I primed with the Do It Spray and the Say Star Glow Super Gel Primer. And then for my tinted moisturizer, I went in with the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator in the shade, it's like the lightest shade. I like busted my toe earlier in my boyfriend's room, and it hurt so bad. That toe was actually already like kind of split just because like the nail broke off a little. But like I like scraped it on his carpet, and it hurt so bad. Like I kind of caught it. Oh my god, it hurt terribly, and it's still hurting. Surprisingly, it was okay when I was driving home though. Maybe because I just couldn't really feel it, but now it's like hurting me again. Anyway, and then for the, so I was like upset about that earlier, so that's why like I seem a little bit run down. And then for my concealer, I went into the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser in the shade 95 Ivory. Yeah, it really hurts, so forgive me if I'm really low energy right now, but I was crying for a little while because it hurt a lot. And then I set my under eyes with the Becca powder, and then I set my face with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder. And then for my bronzer, I just went into my ColourPop bronzer stick in the shade Laguna Beach, just because I wanted to use it today. I'm kind of like more into cream products right now, so I wanted to use my LYS blush, but I want to whip out my cream blushes again and use most of them. So this is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Kindness, and it's just such a pretty, like, not too orangey peachy shade. It's almost like a terracotta-y orangey red. It's so pretty. And then for my highlight, I went in with this guy because I wanted to give it another chance, so I used my RMS Beauty highlighter in the shade Prosecco Fizz. I'm still not really crazy about this. No matter, I think this is like the third time I've used this, and I'm just like unimpressed with it every single time I use it. It's just not that great. Like, I don't know, it's just super sheer on the skin, and it's not like, I mean, it's really pretty on camera, but even swatching it, I'm just like, like it's alright, like it's pretty, but on the skin it doesn't like lay that smoothly on my face. And I don't know, I just like the Clarity one from M Cosmetics more. But I do need to use the RMS Beauty blush again. I haven't really used it again, and I really need to. And then I set my face with the spray, excuse me. And I set my brows with the ColourPop Brow Blush Gel, but honestly, looking at the Super Shock shade, it's like way more like pigmented than the RMS one, and also it would be so pretty on the face. Where's my lipstick? Here it is. So I actually cleaned out my purse yesterday. I know, shocker. So then, like, I actually put all my lipsticks away. What? And then for my lipstick, I went into my Bite Beauty. Those were the days, guys. Power Move Soft Matte Lipstick in the shade Tamarind. This is such a good formula. Like, it just sucks that they had to close down. Same thing with Becca, like all the brand. But like Bite was such a good brand, and like their lipsticks were beautiful. So I don't care what anybody says. Like, their lipsticks are beautiful. So, and then a quick reading update. I actually got to part 2 in Queen of Shadows. So I'm on page, I think 391, because she doesn't mark like the first page of a chapter with like a page number. So, but yeah, I'm making pretty good progress. That means I have I'm about to have like less than 250 pages left. So I'm hoping to finish this by Sunday, because today's Friday and I started reading it on Tuesday. So I want to get past 400 tonight and then finish it on Sunday. So I think I'm going to do it, because if I just read 100 pages a day, then I will finish it by Sunday night, and then I can concentrate on reading the last 3 books. So yeah, I'm going to go. Bye. Okay, so hey there guys. I want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. I actually am not sure if this is the last look of the current lookbook that I was filming or the first look. But I think it's the last. So if it is, then I'll just say bye for the final time in this video. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Kaja lip oil, and then I set my eyes with the Urban Decay pressed powder. I feel like my throat is a little bit hoarse right now because I had some Doritos earlier as like a snack, because I'm eating with my friends soon, like very soon, and I didn't want to have like lunch, and also I was like sitting and reading, so I didn't really want to go and eat lunch. I just wanted to read before I had to get ready, and I feel like it's hoarse just because like Dorito, like the spices on Doritos is just like can get caught in your throat sometimes. Not like bad, but just like that spicy kind of, those like bits of spice on it. I feel like it's kind of like not going away. And I feel like over the years they've added even more. But anyway, so for my eyeshadow today, like I said, I think I said this yesterday, that I wanted to use the Druid palette by Fantasy Cosmetica, and originally I really wanted to wear like a green sweater, but I just couldn't find any green sweater that I really wanted to wear, so I just decided to wear my Jungle Book shirt. So I went in with this, and I really like how the look turned out. Like, I don't know why I get whatchamacallit, I don't know what to say. I just got distracted by a message. I got like caught up in wearing like green with green, but you know what? Like, if I wear black, it's not really a huge deal with the colors that I wear. So I went in with Root in the crease, then I darkened up the crease more with Forest, and then I used Old Growth on the outer corners. And then for the lid, I went in with Serenity, because I really wanted to use that one still, and I really love how this look turned out. I mean, this palette is beautiful. And then for the inner corners, I went in with Bare Form. So that's everything I used from the palette. And then for my brow bone, I went in with Brighter Days from Blend Bunny, of course, always. And then for my waterline, I just used the Whatever black liner from Makeup Forever. And then I just primed with the Essence Lash Primer. And then for my mascara, I just grabbed my Rare Beauty one again, just because this was like the first one in front of me. Like, I didn't really care too much about what mascara I was wearing today. And then I went in with the Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes, of course, from Maybelline, whatever way you say it. And then I primed my face with the Do It Spray and the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And then for my foundation and concealer, I don't think I've used this foundation this year yet. So I'm like, I really just wanted to use it today. I love it still. It's one of my favorite foundations. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Undetectable Stay True Foundation in the shade 1R02. And then for the concealer, I went into the Makeup Forever HD Skin Concealer in the shade 1.1N, and then I set my under eyes with the Pat McGrath powder, and then I set my face with the Urban Decay pressed powder. And then for my bronzer, I went into the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in the shade Tantra, because I haven't used this one in a little while. And then for my cheeks, I went into the About Face by Halsey blush, because I just felt like using it today, in the shade Raunchy. It's just a really pretty blush, so I used that. And then for my highlight, I tried to use like an older one. I tried to use the Game of Thrones highlighting palette from Urban Decay. Who remembers this? This was like, I think this collection is like, I don't even know when it came out. I think it was like 2018, 19, something like that. And I tried to use this middle shade. I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. This is trash. Trash. It's just terrible. And then for my highlight, and I usually don't say that much about Urban Decay because I usually think most of their products are amazing. And even their highlighters are great, but those are terrible. And so then I just went into my Noctilucent palette by Blend Bunny because I always know I can count on this. And I just went into Transient. So, which is absolutely stunning, and it goes perfectly with this eye look. So I don't even know why I just didn't use this to begin with, because I'm like, there's like 5 formulas I can trust for highlighters that I know that are going to be phenomenal no matter which way I try to use them. Blend Bunny, Odin's Eye, Give Me Glow, Glam Light, and like any of the loose highlighters that I have, and ColourPop. I feel like those are like the 5 that I count on, that I always know are going to look good. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup Spray, and then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I went into the ColourPop Lip Liner in the shade BFF. And then I just went into the Halsey Lippy as well. This is the matte painted lip color in the shade Slumber. I think it's called why can't I read that? I think it's called Slumber. Hopefully that's the name. Oh my gosh. Why don't I just use the flashlight, Caitlin? Alright, I'm gonna go though, because I think my friend is gonna be at the mall very soon. But reading update, I'm almost done with Queen of Shadows. I'm on page 509. So I'm hoping to have this finished by tomorrow night. I'm really close to finishing. I only have like 130 pages left, so that's amazing for me. And I watched Saltburn last night. Do me a favor, don't watch it. I'm serious. Do not watch this movie. It was absolutely ridiculously disturbing in like the worst possible way. I don't know what the fuck I watched, and I never ever want to speak or hear or talk or watch or have anything to do with that movie ever again. I'm just warning you, it was awful. Awful. In like the worst way. It wasn't even like a bad movie. It was just disgusting. Like, not like horror, suspense, psychological, just like disturbing. But like disgustingly disturbing. And not like a normal way. Not like chopping somebody up. Not like murdering someone. No. This was like terrible. Don't watch it, please. Please don't watch it. Like, I'm telling you. I wouldn't recommend this movie to anyone. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Saltburn. Do you remember that part that was fucking crazy? Because there was literally no good parts in it. I could not talk about any part positively in this movie. Nope. Not at all. I can't. So yeah, bye. So hey there guys, want to tell you guys about my makeup look for today. This is actually the last look of the video. I know I said I wasn't sure yesterday, but today's the last look. So I just got home from work. As usual, I'm pretty tired. So I primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then I used the Kaja lip oil, and then I set my eyes with the Urban Decay pressed powder. And then for my eyeshadow palette, I really wanted to go into the Natasha Denona Yucca palette today, so I used that. It was either going to be this or the Akavango Safari because I felt like using them again. So I went in with Tipu in the crease, but I decided to go with this one, obviously. Then I darkened up the crease more with Valley, and then I used Flax on the outer corners, and then I put Elysian all over the lid. So pretty. It's not like 100% how it looked earlier, but I don't really care. I don't feel like reapplying anything. And then for my inner corners, I just went in with Kamarabi, which is such a stunning inner corner highlight. And that's everything I used. Pretty easy look. And then I just used Brighter Days from Blend Bunny on the brow bone. And then for my waterline, I just used my black, whatever black liner from Makeup Forever. And then for my mascara, I went into the Amico Lay mascara. Of course, I primed my lashes first, and then I went into the Maybelline Lash Discovery on the bottom lashes, and then I primed my face with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer and the Do It Spray, obviously. And then for my foundation, I just went into my Tom Ford foundation again. After wearing this for, I think, a couple weeks at this point, it does get very dewy at the end of the day, and it's honestly not my most long-lasting foundation. But it still looks like just really healthy and glowy on the skin. So I don't mind that it gets shiny, but it's definitely like not as long lasting for me as like some people say it is, because I believe that this is Morgan Turner's like favorite foundation ever, and she says it lasts like all day on her. I don't know if it's just because of the primer or not, but you know, it's really okay because I have my Lancome foundation, and that's like my holy grail, like favorite foundation ever that lasts like all day. Whenever I need to wear a foundation all day, that's my foundation. But, and even the Glossier is a great one too for longevity. And that's such a beautiful foundation too. And the Makeup Forever, I love the Makeup Forever one. Those are like my top 3 favorites at this point. This one is good though. Like, I'm glad that I still picked it up. I think it's a beautiful foundation. So, and then for my, it's definitely so much better than the Fenty one. I don't know if I said that before, but this stick is just so much better because it's a lot more emollient and more like grips to the skin rather than like the Fenty one. I don't know, just the Fenty one I hated on my skin. It made my skin look so texturized. This one doesn't do that, and it doesn't even show that much of my pores on the side of my nose. So, and then for my concealer, I went into the LYS Triple Fix Concealer in the shade LG3. No matter what I did with the Fenty one, I could not get it to blend for myself. I even tried using a foundation brush, and I still couldn't get it to blend. So this one just blends like right into the skin, like pretty seamlessly. And then I set my under eyes with the Pat McGrath Labs powder, and then I set my face with the Urban Decay no, not the Urban Decay. I used the Dior powder today. That's why my face is a little bit more glowy, because I used the Urban Decay powder. I mean, the Dior. Oh my god, why did I think I used the Urban Decay? Well, this kind of will unglowify it a little bit more. I mean, this is still like a pretty natural powder. I just like brushed mascara on my nose or something. And then for my mascara, oh my god, I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. And then for my my bronzer, not my blush. Oh my Lord Jesus. For my blush, I went into the Pat McGrath Labs. I said blush again. My bronzer, I went into the Pat McGrath bronzer and Naked Desire, okay? We know what the brand is, okay? And then for my blush, I went into the Kat Von D blush in the shade Honeysuckle. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? And then for my highlight, I went into the Milk Makeup highlighter in the shade Lit, because I actually haven't used this one in a hot second, and it's still beautiful on the skin. It's just so pretty. And these were such underrated highlighters when they came out because they're stunning. They're called the Flex highlighters. They discontinued them because they weren't really that big of a hit, but they're so good. And then I set my face with the Milk Makeup setting spray, and then I set my brows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. And then for my lips, I went into, I just wanted to do peach on my cheeks and my lips, but like something a little bit more neutral. So I went into my BFF liner from ColourPop again, same one I used yesterday. And then for my lipstick, I went into the ColourPop Fresh Kiss lip lacquer in the shade Speakeasy. And usually I get quite a few compliments on this, but no one said shit about my makeup today. But it's really okay. I really don't care. And as far as reading Queen of Shadows goes, I am almost done with it. I have 30 pages left, so I'm about to finish it. like in the next like 20 minutes. So I should be done with this before today is over, and then I'm just going to go right into Empire of Storms. I'm so excited. But I'm going to finish this book in 5 days. I mean, this one was a little bit longer because it was 645 pages, but that's the fastest I've ever read a 600-page book. I'm on page 615 right now, so we're just going to bust it out and finish it, and I'm so excited. It was so amazing. So I'm so excited for the finale books. I can't wait. I can't believe I'm already on the 6th book now. And I also ordered the ACOTAR series 2 days ago because, like I think I said this in a video. I'm not sure. I think it's in my books I want to read in 2024 video, and that'll be up right after this one. But I ordered the ACOTAR series 2 days ago because I didn't want my Prime membership to expire, like, because I just have the 30-day trial right now. So I wanted to get the free shipping on the book series. But that's not even coming until next week because I guess it's like a pre-order for it, like, or just Amazon didn't have it like to ship right away because it is a box set, so maybe it takes a little bit longer. I thought Prime was always 2-day shipping for everything, but honestly, it's really okay because that gives me another 10 days to read the Throne of Glass series to see what book I'm going to be on by the time the ACOTAR series comes, and most likely I'm going to be probably on maybe 2/3 of the 7th book at that point, because I know I'm going to finish Empire of Storms probably I'm just going to be reading Empire of Storms this whole week, because it's like almost 700 pages, and then Tower of Dawn I will probably on by the time ACOTAR comes. I don't think I'm going to be on Kingdom of Ash yet, but we will see. But yeah, I'm just super excited. I can't wait to read it. So bye. Oh, and this is the last look, so please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. I always forget to do an outro for these actual videos now because I always forget what the last look is. And even though I shouldn't because it's the 7th one. And again, let me know what your favorite look was in the video. I always forget to say that at the end, but yeah, I really would like to know. I'm curious. So yeah, bye.